The former immigration minister, Robert Jenrick, who is also seen as the potential conservative leadership contender, has raised quite a number of proposed measures to the government to reduce net migration. And some of the things he has proposed is that there should be a capping on health and care visa to 30,000. It means that, the maximum number of health and care visa that should be issued on a yearly basis should not exceed 30,000. And he also proposed that the government should scrap the graduate route visa, which in my opinion is definitely going to further make the UK, an unattractive destination for international students because it doesn't give them the opportunity to integrate into the system, which is a very big concern, by the way, and also indexing salary thresholds for visa routes in line with inflation. So according to him, despite the fact that the UK government recently increased the salary threshold requirement for the skilled worker visa and some other job roles, to harness the skilled worker visa, is also proposing that these values are not high enough to match the current inflation in the United Kingdom. So it's proposing that there should be an increase in the salary threshold requirement. And for all of this being implemented, with the fact that the UK government is going to experience a change in power very soon, it's definitely a very big concern for international students, those who are currently in the UK, on student visa and also on graduate route visa, and also those who are even planning to come into the UK in 2024. So if you're currently in the UK or you're about to move into the UK on the student visa, then you sure do want to watch this video to the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. It's important for us to actually lay the foundation that the plan of the UK government is to reduce net migration. And when we talk about net migration, people think, oh, it's only people who are coming into the UK. And let's check out what net migration means. Now, if you go on Google, basically net migration is the difference between the number of people who enter a territory, that is immigrants, and the number who leave, generally calculated over a year. So basically, the plan is for them to reduce the number of people that comes into the UK for whatever reason, and number of people who leaves. So it means that if they get 700,000 people coming to the UK for different visa category, they are planning to at least make sure that half or more than half of those people eventually leave the UK when they are done with whatever they came into the UK for. So these changes is not only affecting those who are planning to come into the UK, some of these changes also affect those who are already in the United Kingdom. That's why the plan is to reduce net migration. And what the formal immigration minister Robert Jenrick is proposing is for the government to scrap the graduate route visa so that majority of international students coming into the UK will have to leave the United Kingdom upon completion of their program. So the question now is it actually worth spending £20,000, £25,000 to earn a degree in the UK, and you'll be able to at least try or make an attempt to integrate into the system, apply for a job, and what have you. So the plan of the government now is that let's try and reduce net migration. Let's increase the number of people coming into the UK just the same way there's an increase in the number of people. Let's increase the number of people leaving the country just as there's an increased number of people coming into the country. Of course, that's what the net migration is. So now the Robert Jerrick is proposing that the Home Office should be split into two to curb migration. And according to him, he has outlined a 30-point plan to cut legal migration, including creating a new department whose sole mission is controlling immigration. So these departments, basically their job role is to make sure that there's a good match between the number of people immigrating into the UK and the number of people emigrating, that is, the number of people leaving the United Kingdom. Now, the former Tory immigration minister, Robert Chenwick, has called for the Home Office to be split into two, and as part of his 30-point plan to curb migration. And he's also seen as a potential conservative leadership contender. And, he has been ramping up pressure on the current Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, over the issue of quitting his government post last year. Now, a member of the parliament said the government must undo the disastrous post-Brexit liberalization that have betrayed the public's wish wish for lower immigration. He also proposed a number of policies that should be implemented ahead of the looming general election, including breaking up the Home Office to create a department more focused on border control. And he also said voters deserve a department whose sole mission is controlling immigration and securing our borders. Amidst some of all of this proposed measure by the former immigration minister, he also proposed that they should cap health and care visas at 30,000 and also scrap the graduate route visa for international students and indexing salary thresholds for visa routes in line with inflation. Now, the major reason why we share all of this information really is not to scare anyone. The whole idea is for people to have the figures at hand and then help them make informed decision. Because many people think we're trying to share all of this information to scare people and create like a lot of panic. That is not the purpose. The purpose really is to make sure that people are well informed on the current situation, what the government is planning. And the truth is, many of the implemented policies in the United Kingdom all started as a proposed measure like this. When they wanted to stop dependent visa, it was a proposed measure by the Home Office Secretary. When they wanted to increase the salary threshold requirement, it also started as a proposed measure. So with all of this proposed measure, if Robert Jenrick get the opportunity to get into power, or he has an ally who gets into power, all of this proposed measure will be implemented. So it's important for people who are looking at investing 18,000, 25,000, 30,000 pounds for a master's degree program in the UK come 2024, 2025. They need to be aware of these proposed measures so that you don't make a wrong financial decision or a career decision. Because trust me, most people who are leaving their home country with amazing, fantastic career are coming to the UK unable to get professional job to integrate into the system. And that's the reality of things. And people need to be informed of, this situation so they can definitely make, informed decisions. So if the government is trying to scrap the post-study work visa, then what opportunity? Because even as of today, for those who, are currently in the UK, as of today, even those on the post-study work visa are still finding it difficult to get a professional job within the space of 2 years. So if the government is scrapping it, it means that international students are only given the opportunity of just 3 months after the completion of their program to get a job. And that is almost impossible, considering the fact that, unlike before, whereby international students can start applying for jobs month or even over a year before the end of the program. Now, international students can't accept a job offer, can't move to a skilled worker visa while still studying. So it means that all international students need to finish their program. And when they finish their program, they've got 3 months, sometimes 2.5 months left on the visa before the student visa expires. So many students leverage on the graduate route visa to get a professional job. So if the government is trying to scrap the graduate route visa, it means that 90% of international students will have to leave the UK upon completion of their program. So it gives nobody the chance to be able to at least try to integrate into the system, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, for me, I think if they're going to scrap it, the international student actually look elsewhere for opportunities to get integrated into the developed countries. Now, amidst all of this proposed measure being introduced by the former immigration minister Robert Jenrick, a government spokesperson also said that the Prime Minister and Home Secretary have been clear that current level of migration are far too high. That is why the government announced a plan to cut, the number of migrants that would have come last year to the UK by 300,000, the largest reduction ever. This plan is working with the latest statistics showing application, across three major visa categories are down by 24%. And the approach is fair, reducing my immigration and ensuring businesses invest in and recruit from the domestic workforce whilst prioritizing the overseas workers and students who will contribute significantly to their economy. So yeah, that's just the situation of things at the moment. In my opinion, personal opinion, I think the only people I would advise to come into the UK at this time are people who are coming as skilled workers. If you're looking at coming to the UK as a student and you have the plan of trying to secure a job after your program and get yourself integrated into the British culture, then I think it's a bad idea at this moment because you might find it extremely difficult to be able to stay back and get that professional job you've always wanted, considering the increase in salary threshold requirements, among other, tight immigration policies implemented by the government. So yeah, I hope this video, you find it resourceful and informative. If you do, please click on the like button so it reaches as many people as possible. And if you have any question or any query or any contrary thoughts from what has been mentioned in this video, then please do also put the comments in the comment section. And for those who are coming across my channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.